Fox News. President Trump's arrived in Turkey for a two-day NATO summit, meeting with allies he accuses of being disloyal for insufficient support in the military operation against Iran and not paying enough for their own defense. NATO is investing $40 billion over the next 5 years in drone fighting technology.
We know these are crucial capabilities on the battlefield and vital to our shared security.
NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. Iran's military has resumed attacks on commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
The Iranian government has repeatedly stated that the only safe route through the strait is one it has approved. The ship set on fire by a projectile today was transiting near the coast of Oman. State TV says the liquefied natural gas tanker came under attack after ignoring warnings. Iran suspected of attacking other ships that have sailed through that same area. Those strikes sparked retaliatory attacks by the United States. Iran then went after Gulf Arab neighbors in response.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Maine Senate candidate Graham Plattner has until next Monday to withdraw and let the state Democratic Party replace him on the ballot against incumbent Susan Collins. He is accused of drunkenly raping a woman 5 years ago.
While Plattner called the sexual assault allegation by a woman who said they dated on and off false, GOP Senator Susan Collins said in a brief statement, the claim is appalling. Plattner, in his video response, said he's assessing his candidacy.
We are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward.
Prominent Democrats pulled their endorsements of Plattner, including Congressman Ro Khanna and Senators Chuck Schumer, Ruben Gallego, and Mark Kelly. Maine's Democratic Party also called for Plattner to drop out. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Team USA's run at the World Cup soccer tournament comes to an end, beaten by Belgium 4-1 in the round of 16 last night in Seattle. America's listening to Fox News. Point!
Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down.
Ace!
You're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
A Ukrainian woman identified as the main suspect in a bombing in Monaco last week is found shot dead in Ukraine. The bombing targeted a Ukrainian business tycoon with ties to Russia. He, the woman with him, and his son were injured. Now, two men under investigation as accomplices in the bombing are in custody for the suspected bomber's murder. One, a Ukrainian intelligence officer, confessed and says he acted on his own without informing superiors. Raleigh, North Carolina's mayor is considering a curfew after what police call a teen takeover.
Mayor Janet Cowell telling local media that she's mulling the curfew for teens 17 and under after a series of shootings and chaotic events over the Independence Day weekend, saying in the interview that the city needs to talk with the youth, their parents, schools, and the broader community to understand the root causes and better coordinate strategies. An estimated 10,000 teenagers flooded Briar Creek and Glenwood South as businesses were forced to shut their doors to protect staff. Several fights broke out and 9 people were shot as thousands of teens swarmed into the commercial areas. All of the victims expected to survive. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
SpaceX officially joins the NASDAQ 100 this morning.
Elon Musk's artificial intelligence and rocket company will be joining the tech-heavy index ahead of the opening bell. The move comes just weeks after SpaceX's record-breaking IPO and follows new rules that aim to include newly public mega-cap companies sooner to the index. If investors hold some funds tied to the NASDAQ 100, they most likely will end up exposed to SpaceX, whether they like it or not. Mutual and exchange-traded funds with a collective $800 billion in assets track the index, and these funds were expected to buy shares of SpaceX after yesterday's closing bell. Hillary Barsky, Fox News.
Tech stocks are down ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street. Oil prices are up. And again, our top story, President Trump's arrived in Turkey for a 2-day NATO summit. I'm Chris Foster. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, Champaign police investigating a Saturday night shooting that left a man injured near the intersection of Bradley Avenue and Elm Street. They say that victim taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. So far, no arrests have been made, and detectives are reviewing nearby security footage. Anyone with info, contact local police. Champaign County Sheriff's Office reporting a higher than usual number of noise complaints from Friday through Sunday as fireworks continued across the county. They say most calls were resolved without citations, but they're reminding residents fireworks use restricted after the holiday weekend. No major injuries or fires were reported. Strong storms late Saturday caused some scattered power outages across Champaign County. Ameren, Illinois crews restored most service by Sunday morning, but a few rural customers remain offline into the afternoon. Officials say downed limbs were a primary cause and urge residents to report any remaining hazards. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, good morning. It's Tuesday, July 7, ESPN 93.5. My name is Stevie J. This is Diane Ducey.
Hello.
Greg Soye. I'm starting off with a dog story.
Oh, good.
It was on X.
Where were you on the soccer game? I thought maybe they would have pulled you in there last night, but oh well. Never mind.
I'm sorry. I coach soccer. What are you talking about?
What are you, soccer?
I have no idea.
No, it would get you into the game for a victory last night.
Yeah, I don't.
They lost.
Oh, there was a game?
Oh, there was a game? No, I'm joking.
Oh, never mind.
We're over it
never
now,
mind.
Greg.
Didn't bring it. No, I didn't say a thing.
I don't.
Okay,
What I want to know
out. Bring on football.
I want to know how many watched. I mean, they were talking about 50 million people.
Right.
And the Super Bowl is 110 million people.
Right.
That'd be unbelievable for that kind of people. I watched it. Unfortunately, I am into sports a lot, and I could sense quite early that we were the inferior team, and we also played poorly. And they, as Coleman,
I know, I had the same assertions. Yes.
Coleman Hawkins, a basketball player for Illinois a few years ago, used to say, "I like to take their ball." Belgium liked to take my ball.
Yeah.
They just took it away from me.
I
every
feel like
time.
a minute and a half in, they were doing that.
No, it was
like
was
a swarm.
Right.
A little different level, I thought. And I don't think we played very well. Anyway, that was fun. Now football. Let's go.
Exactly.
Oh, baseball, I guess.
Cubs cards, baseball,
Yeah,
and all that division stuff, yeah.
Anyway, I have a film from X. It was filmed yesterday in the community adoption event in San Diego, California, where they're trying to adopt dogs.
Mm-hmm.
German Shepherd named Duke was 10 years old. Being showcased for adoption, 10-year-old, it's kind of on the back end there.
Yeah.
So you have to manage.
Mature dog, yes.
Yeah.
70-ish.
Yeah,
7 years.
The man walked down by it was a little tent area, a lot of tents set up like you do on Saturday morning at the Market Square.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing. So the man was walking down. His name is Jim Parker. He's 39. Walking through the parking lot, heading to the store. And he passes the dog. The dog stops, stares, and then goes ballistic. Does a circle around this man, jumps into his arms.
Oh, wow.
Well, you see, Duke jumped into the veteran Tech Sergeant Jim Parker's arms because they served together in Afghanistan.
Oh, wow.
But it was back in 2011 to 2013 is when he served. Duke retired from the military 2 years ago. James couldn't adopt him because he had rental restrictions. Mm-hmm. Duke went into adoption system. Jim had been searching for months and months. Where's the dog? Well, ironically, James was at the pet store buying supplies, had no idea there was an adoption event. Duke was sitting by the volunteers' table outside, and he went nuts. They hugged each other on the ground. They rolled around.
Oh, he's got a little video going on.
And they just... Oh. Isn't it amazing how dogs through smell knew?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
10 years after serving together, found by complete chance in a parking lot, James told us, I searched every database for months, never expected to find him at a random pet store.
Mm-hmm.
Duke found...
I'm sure that video will get you kind of verklumpty.
Yeah, it does. Duke found me. Sometimes reunions, you're desperately searching for what happens when you're buying dog food.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wow. It's just so...
Dogs need us in their world.
And it's just amazing, and I've said it for years, dogs are God's example of unconditional love.
Yeah,
They love you no matter what.
Yeah,
It's
well
just
stated.
Awesome.
Love it.
All right, good morning, 7:10. Meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, Neighborhood Nights is tomorrow every Wednesday throughout the month of July, 6:30 to 8. Free popcorn and lemonade. You bring your lawn chair on out to the Lake House at Crystal Lake Park this week. And Painkillers are on stage. Great blues music. I love that band. Join me tomorrow. I've got prizes in my pocket if you say something about the radio station.
All right, meteorologist Greg Solier, beautiful morning across East Central Illinois, sir.
You betcha, yeah. Just a little filament of high mid-level cloud, little patchy fog and haze, not quite the scope that we had here yesterday morning. And yeah, next couple of days, high pressure control, seasonal temperatures, humidity in check, and much needed dry time where and as needed across the area. Next, organized rainfall will be coming in via the upper Midwest. The plains kind of sliding down, and then eastward moving hot ridge will get back into its eastern flank. So we'll begin to kind of cap off the atmosphere here and get some heat going into the early to middle parts of next week. We'll keep an eye on maybe some derecho type storms for the upper Midwest, maybe sections of the eastern Corn Belt later next week, but very much a classic mid-July setup on temperatures, and in particular getting going for next week. So enjoy the fairly comfortable days out there, which includes readings in the middle and upper 60s currently across East Central Illinois and the Twin Cities, with a reading over at Willard and Savoy checking in at 69 degrees. Same at Danville, 68 at Bloomington Normal, heading towards an afternoon high today with partly sunny skies. We think somewhere about 85 on target for the time of year for July 7. Down to 65 for tonight. Sunshine tomorrow at 87. Winds come around light southeast to south in the afternoon. 60s tomorrow night. A little more humidity creep for the day on Thursday. Increasing clouds, maybe a stray late morning. Better odds for an afternoon shower and thunderstorm Thursday, but only up to 40% with a high near 88. Better than even odds, though, for some showers, couple of thunderstorms. They've got that historic farm days going on Friday at Penfield. Matter of fact, it gets going Thursday, goes right on through the weekend with a Friday high at 84. Lingering shower chance, but nothing big expected for Saturday. Partly sunny at 85. Here comes the heat and humidity Sunday and into next week. 88 Sunday, highs into the lower, maybe even middle 90s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, thank you, Greg, very much. I don't know how this will sound on radio. Honestly, I just looked at the picture of Duke the dog jumping into his buddy's arms after serving in Afghanistan.
Right.
But let's hear.
Easy, buddy. What's got you all wound up?
Hey, what's easy?
I don't know.
Oh my God, it's you!
Jumped into his arms.
I missed you. I missed you so much. Oh. You're home now, right? You're home.
You're home now, man. I'm telling you.
I love it.
Ooh. All right, 7:13 at the ESPN 93.5. Senator Chapin Rose. Jump on at the bottom of the hour. He went around on the weekend, handing out all kinds of something.
Right.
Celebrating people that have done great things.
Okay.
It's a nice thing to do.
Absolutely.
And there are a lot of people that do great things all the time.
He might be at the event next week on Tuesday, July 14th at Illinois Field when we have kids with disabilities playing baseball with the volunteers. A lot of them Illini athletes. I always see Josh Whitman there. Yeah, of course, great. Our friend Brian Barnhart announcing all the batters when they come up. It's the Tom Jones Challenger League game at Illinois Field next week, and Senator Chapin Rose is a big supporter.
That's awesome. It's great. Challenger League is great. All right, we check your sports headlines on ESPN 93.5 with Diane DC.
Milwaukee on top yesterday, 4-3. A doubleheader today on ESPN 93.5. Let's get more details.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
With Mike Claiborne, I'm John Rooney, and last night the Cardinals had a 3-0 lead, taking advantage of an error and scored a couple of runs in the third, adding on in the sixth, only to have the Milwaukee Brewers take advantage of an error, and the Brewers got the line moving for a 4-run inning, making those runs stand up in a 4-3 victory over the Redbirds.
2 days in a row, the errors have come back to cost. They have to figure a way to make sure that they come out today. They have 2 games in hand. They have to go out and be a little bit more clean than what we've seen.
And Dustin May, he was limited to 81 pitches. Went 4 2/3. He looked good.
He gave him a chance. He was really good. He had 7 strikeouts, didn't walk anyone.
And stay tuned today for some roster moves.
Today and tonight, we're going to see some new faces on this ball club.
Doubleheader, 1:15, 6:45. The first game will be on the air at 12:20, 1:05 for the pitching matchup and the lineups, and 1:15 for the first pitch.
Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair is offering 50% off labor on qualifying projects. If you're seeing cracks, leaks, or sinking concrete around your home, don't wait. Let the Helitech experts identify the problem and provide proven solutions to protect your home and your investment. Call Helitech or visit helitechonline.com to schedule your free inspection today.
Heal your home with Helitech.
Cubs and White Sox were off yesterday. They'll start up a series today. Cubs playing Baltimore and the White Sox playing the Boston Red Sox. So for the Cubs, 5:35 first pitch over on US 105.9. So yeah, World Cup round of 16. We were glad to make it that far. Belgium on top 4-1 over Team USA.
I was hoping that it was 3-1, and apparently it was 2-1, and our goalkeeper came out from his area. I was had the game on, but a little distracted at that moment. I didn't really see it happen. But he went out of there. It was an easy layup, as they would say in basketball. So that was too easy. Then it was 3-1. You're hoping, gosh, make it 3-2. At least the Seattle crowd, which is a sellout, all rooting for us. Not all, but almost all. A lot of Belgian people, a lot of Belgian fans. But you're hoping they make it 3-2. Get a little suspense, hang in there, fight. But it just didn't happen. It was just kind of a see you later. So, okay, that's it for my soccer career.
Exactly.
It's the only time in my long storied life that I ever looked forward to a soccer match, and now it's over, and so am I.
So Carson Boyd will be throwing out the first pitch for the Cardinals, or actually, it's the ceremonial first pitch for the Cardinals series against the Atlanta Braves at Busch Stadium on Friday, July 10th.
Boyd.
Carson Boyd is who they have down. It's not the for our Illinois football player who's a quarterback. So we're learning all these new names. And,
he's the quarterback?
And he's from St. Louis area.
Okay.
So that's why he got the tap.
And he's available.
But maybe he's 2 or 3 deep or something.
I don't know.
We know Dane Eisenmenger, a Rocket, is in there too.
Well, if the game was in Tolono, I'm sure he'd have got the tap.
I'm sure he would have.
I'm sure they'd have had Dane go throw it, but the kids from St. Louis can go home, all that.
So they have a neat hat that they're distributing at Ford Plaza in case you're in on this. Cardinals Illini night on Friday. And those festivities and autographs and things like that start at 5:30 in the Ford Plaza in center field.
Yep. It's great that we have those. Cubs have it as well for the Illini.
Right.
So do the St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, again, it's Tuesday morning. We're going to call Chapin Rose, our state senator, something I've seen on social media. Why would we get a new governor outside of... Governor Pritzker's running for president, so this is not on the docket. But I've got a list of things here that perhaps could be considered for saying, gosh, maybe you haven't done a very good job like you're saying. Well, I'll start with the number one highest property taxes in America.
Oh, man.
We're number one now. You've noticed on your property tax, right?
Right.
It was a bump. Mine's up 20% over the last few years. 20%.
Well, I feel like everything's up.
Well, but 20% on your property tax?
Right.
Some states don't have property tax. Check your weather, brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. Need a free evaluation? Call Watts 217-352-0428. And by Busey for over 158 years. It's Busey, member FDIC. Here's our meteorologist, Greg Solier. 7:18 Fox Business is coming up next.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Much needed dry time for the next couple of days, especially where heavy rains materialized over the weekend. More organized rainfall later on this week. That might be the last of it, with a hotter and drier weather picture getting going early next week. Some patchy fog and haze around early on this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny up to 85 with a slight northeast wind. Fair tonight, 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high around 87. Winds will come around south and southwest at 5 to 10 miles per. Partly cloudy, 66 for tomorrow night. Increasing cloudiness for the day on Thursday. Warm, more humid with a couple of showers and thunderstorms breaking out late morning, more so for the afternoon. Highs up to about 88. And some showers, a couple of thunderstorms likely morning and afternoon on Friday. Cloudiness, humid weather with a high around 84. Lingering shower chance here for the day on Saturday. Turning partly sunny, less humid with a high near 85. Back up to 88 with sunshine on Sunday. Here comes some lower and middle 90s into the first half of next week. Higher humidity and muggy overnight lows as well. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
At Busey Wealth Management, we're proud to partner with individuals, families, and foundations, ensuring possibilities become achievements. From preserving and enhancing your assets to securing your legacy for future generations, we're focused on your success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini, member FDIC.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Crude oil prices have moved modestly higher after Iran's Revolutionary Guard fired at 2 commercial ships near the Strait of Hormuz. Chip stocks are skidding. Samsung is expecting a dramatic jump in its profit. However, Wall Street was anticipating an even stronger forecast. Nestle is changing some of its flavors to counter duller taste buds that can happen when its customers take GLP-1 weight loss drugs. The new flavors could include more spices or more pepper. The Trump administration's been looking into requests from corporations that they be allowed to pull back from reporting earnings every quarter and instead report twice a year. However, Reuters says an investment industry group is urging regulators to keep things as they are. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
You're probably listening to this in your car, so let me ask you. Would you drive without insurance? Of course not. So why is your retirement portfolio unprotected? Gold is portfolio insurance. It helps de-risk your savings when markets get unpredictable. Noble Gold Investments has helped thousands of Americans do exactly that, with no high-pressure sales and thousands of 5-star reviews. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult with your tax or financial professional before making any investment decisions.
Buying and selling a home at the same time can feel overwhelming, but Abby's experience with the Nate Evans Group turned what could have been stressful into something smooth and reassuring. In her 5-star review, Abby says that from start to finish, Nate and his team were responsive, easy to work with, and always willing to go the extra mile.
It's amazing when you read the reviews and you see all the stars that they're getting as far as working with Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group and getting that immediate cash offer on your home if that's what you're looking for. What is your timeline like? There's flexible fees. Sell your home for the most money possible. And a friend you can trust, very knowledgeable about other, buildings coming up, the top builders in the region, know what kind of new developments are going up before other buyers are aware of them. Call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. It's Nate Evans, 217-239-7113, or do an online search to Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
Everything is so expensive. Our bills are piling up. We have our summer trip coming up. How are we going to pay for everything?
Bad news, honey. The garage freezer is water leaking.
Oh, no. We just bought all that meat for next week's cookout.
Can we afford a new freezer right now?
Why buy new when you can fix the one you have?
Who are you?
Honey, it's Paul Rican from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Repairing your existing appliance is a great way to save money now if the stress of high bills has you down.
How soon can you come out?
Today or next day.
That's fast. But what if the repair ends up being more expensive than we thought?
We'll give you a $50 coupon off a brand new appliance.
So either way we win?
I like that.
Call Dick Van Dyke Appliance World or schedule service at appliance-world.com and schedule your win-win today.
Wow.
Stand behind what we sell. We offer so much more. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When sewer or septic trouble hits, visit Berg Sewer and Septic. Family owned and proudly serving Central Illinois, Berg specializes in sewer repair, septic service, waterline repairs, sump pumps, and drainage solutions. They don't upsell, they solve the problem right the first time. From backups to breakdowns, count on Central Illinois' most trusted septic service, Berg Sewer and Septic. Dependable, honest, local. Get a second opinion you can trust. Visit bergtanksinc.com.
Sports fans, head to Pia's this summer with a great time to meet friends on the patio. If you want to watch your favorite team in MLB action, you can enjoy 16-ounce cans for only $3.50. Wear your Cubby Blue or your Cardinal Red. Pia's, excited about America's 250 years. Of course, the 4th of July and all the red, white, and blue. Pitchers are $11.75 to wash down the Slugger Burger. Softball fans, fuel up at Pia's. 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
Yep, it's
I bet that was hopping yesterday.
Pia's,
at the World Cup. And
Oh,
all
I
that.
bet it was.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're doing specials whether America is playing or not, and it's just so fun to watch the game with other fans.
He's still trying to figure it out.
We've got some basketball. Ben Hummerkaus, remember Ben?
Yeah, of course.
Is playing against Keaton Wagler in a summer game.
Oh, wow.
Opposite teams.
Okay.
How about that? And so that's unique.
Uh-huh.
He said Ben said he's a great kid. He's looking, loved playing with him. He's so talented. Awesome, beautiful flowers for that.
That's right.
All right, so
and Ben's the one that married Adelia McKenzie, who's was a Illini women's basketball player, and that happened December 23rd, 2025.
Yeah.
Likewise, we went to their place, so I have a ton of confidence in him.
You got to play against.
Do you know who that is?
Is this Jenny Cresswell?
Is it? Sounds like her.
She's got a beautiful voice.
Diane had nothing to do all weekend, so she decided to go to a concert at the Episcopal Church.
Yes,
and
Emmanuel
also
Memorial Episcopal Church in downtown Champaign on Sunday.
And then you had the flag for their national anthem. She had it in her truck.
I was sitting there at like 2:50 preparing for the 3 o'clock concert, and I'm like, they're starting. I'm looking at the program. They're starting with the national anthem on the organ with William Murphy playing. And I'm like, where's the flag? Where's the flag? Where's the flag? Maybe they're going to bring it out. Maybe they'll have a procession.
Didn't have a flag.
And so I went back and talked with their pastor, Zachary, and he's like, you know what? The mast broke, Diane. Yeah, we don't have a flag. I'm like, I have a flag. I've been
full flag in her van. Who does that? Who does that?
Well, because I was helping take down all the floats that we had made. We had made 4 floats with the Champaign County Freedom Celebration. Shout out to Leslie Landreth and St. Joe. Great designs. And we had 2 flags on the Heroes float that were full size. So I'm like, I'll get one out. I have one.
Unbelievable. It's just unbelievable.
Zach's like, oh, okay.
Unbelievable.
And I'm like, I'll just like stand in the front there then, during the national anthem, and then I'll just tiptoe off. And he's like, okay. And so he was giving these welcoming words. And I'm like, do you need to know I'm with the Champaign County Freedom Celebration or local radio personality or Diane Ducey or anything like that? He's like, I think he said, well, our local media woman.
And local media woman. Well, you are. Anyway, Diane on the Move, always helping with American flags, and Jenny Cresswell, soprano, beautiful voice.
Show.
Hey, we have a Stever.
Yes.
If you want $50 to go have steak, you can get it at GoStever.com, the program where I, Stevie J, hand you money to go spend at a good business. Today it's Long Branch Steakhouse, who took a little break. They actually have a private event tomorrow, so don't go tomorrow. But they're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week, 5 to 9.
Yes.
Next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 to 9. And that's when this $50 is good. You just go spend it, have some, fill out your survey when you're done. Let us know what you think of Long Branch.
Yes.
$50 to the steakhouse.
Such a great place for
Gifford.
steaks.
Yep.
We love their sides. We love the salad with the frog dressing.
Yep.
310 South Main Street in downtown Gifford.
So go to GoStever.com, GoStever.com. If you're not a member, you can join and put your entry in there.
Terrific.
You get an email after 8 tonight if you're one of our winners.
Okay.
Long Branch Steakhouse, Stever, GoStever.com, and good luck. Chapin Rose next.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump arriving in Turkey, where he was met by that nation's leader, President Erdogan, as he stepped off Air Force One.
President Trump expected to allow Turkey back into the F-35 stealth fighter jet program. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, currently the only country, Israel, that operates the F-35 in the Middle East, does not want to see Erdogan receive these jets.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in Ankara. Russia's war in Ukraine will also be on the agenda. Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky speaking at the summit.
I want to emphasize this. Unlike Putin, we are not fighting this war for pleasure or for geopolitics. Russia brought this war to Ukraine.
Zelensky will meet with President Trump, who said yesterday he believes Russia's President Putin is under pressure to end the war. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, Urbana's Market at the Square drew one of its largest crowds of the season Saturday as families visited during the holiday weekend. Vendors reported brisk sales of produce, baked goods, and crafts. City staff said attendance boosted by clear weather during the morning hours, but storms did move in later. Champaign Fire extinguished a garage fire Sunday on the city's north side. They say that fire contained within about 20 minutes, did not spread to the home. The good news, there were no injuries reported. Investigators believe the cause may be electrical, but the official determination is still pending. City of Champaign says Windsor Road will see intermittent lane closures as crews continue pavement patching that began over the weekend. Work expected to last through midweek. Drivers should plan for minor delays there. The project is part of the city's summer roadway maintenance schedule. And as always, slow down. Be sure you watch for construction workers on those roadways. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Check your weather, brought to you by Kurt Lenschow, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt and State Farm are there.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Nice weather. Couple of days of high pressure and control with seasonal temperatures. Organized rainfall later on into the weekend. Early on into the weekend, it'll be winding on down. And heat and humidity expected to build back in across the area first half of next week. Some patchy fog and haze around this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny. Seasonal highs to around 85 on a gentle northeasterly wind. For tonight, fair at 65. Light northeast to east wind. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. Up to 87 in the afternoon as winds come around into the south and southwest. Partly cloudy, 66 for tomorrow night. And very warm, more humid Thursday with increasing clouds. A couple of showers breaking out late morning, more so for the afternoon. Maybe a thunderstorm, the high at 88. A couple of rounds of better coverage showers and thunderstorms Friday with a high near about 84. Turning less humid, partly sunny, a stray shower chance Saturday. Lots of dry hours. Highs up to 85. Sunshine and warmth at 88 for the day Sunday. Here come lower and some middle 90s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgan.
I can predict right now State Senator Chapin Rose has shorts on. Am I correct, sir?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's normal in July, but it's just in December you'll have shorts on.
Right.
It's our friend, State Senator Chapin Rose, who was traveling all over the area in your district. And what were you doing, sir?
Yeah, this is honestly the most I've had in a long time. But we're doing these America 250 citations to the people, places, groups that have given greatly to the history of our state and to the history of our country. And so I kicked it off for the 4th of July. We went to the Tuscola American Legion pancake breakfast and gave them a citation and had all the, recognized all the veterans that are at the pancake breakfast, and just went from there to Charleston's American Legion pancake breakfast and kept going. We had Casey, we had Hinesboro Fire Department, Mattoon Fire. Diane, I know near and dear to your heart, over in Paris, we hit the Challenger League Volunteers.
Yes.
They put on a July 4th tournament every year for the Challenger kids over there. Recognize them. Hit the city of Charleston, which, there's so much. And by the way, didn't just start and stop on the 4th of July. I'm going to keep doing this all year. And, when you look at the history of East Central Illinois and what we've contributed to America, it's immense. Sometimes it is costly in terms of, individuals who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. And sometimes it's just just great people doing great things like the Challenger folks. And, and I would suspect Dan will go over to Tom Jones here at some point in time and do something for Tom Jones Challengers. It's just a great way to recognize the immense history and contribution that we've given. I did a little kickoff thing on online, and it's, if you think about the fact that, General U.S. Grant mustered troops in Mattoon, Illinois in the Civil War. You think about the fact that Abraham Lincoln rode the circuit as a young lawyer from county to county in these courthouses throughout East Central Illinois. You think about the fact that a Lincoln Douglas debate was held at Charleston at the fairgrounds. And you keep going south. You've got the 1544th National Guard Armory Battalion out of Paris. You've got Mattoon's Armory. You've got Lawrenceville had an armory or band. You can go on and on and on. But the contribution, sacrifice, and just flat out love for this country, and what people have contributed to its history, it's just amazing. And there's so many great stories. There's so many great little, there's a Major League Baseball pitcher that was born in Hinesboro, Illinois. Came out of Hinesboro, Illinois, to America's great national pastime. And I was talking to somebody about him, and turns out he went, I think, from Hinesboro over to Rising, the big town of Rising, and then on his way to the major leagues. And just there's little stories like that all over. And again, some of them are, Purple Hearts and the men and women who served, and we thank them and are so grateful for their service. And then others are just, the good people that show up every day to put on a Challenger League baseball, program for the kids. I mean, it's just a really cool, way of recognizing, these men and women who've given so much to our country.
Well, I think it's outstanding. Would you want people to connect with your office, suggesting people or things that are happening that are good?
Absolutely. And like I said, this was, I think we hit 10 or 14 stops. And,
wow.
And the last year we hit Fisher's, our last one, for their 150th anniversary. By the way, Fisher Fair's kicking off. So if you haven't been to the Fisher Fair, get up there. I'll be at Georgetown this week, because Georgetown Fair starts next week. I&I Tractor Show. I'll be up there Thursday. It starts. Look at I&I. You get a couple boys and their wives up in Penfield, start this tractor club, and next thing you know, you got the Half Century Progress. It's literally bringing, tens of thousands of people to re-tool every other year. I mean, we're talking about 40, 50,000 people coming to Central Illinois because a couple guys and their wives in Penfield, Illinois, just like to collect tractors. It's just there's
cool.
So many great stories out there, and we're gonna keep doing. And if people want to suggest something, please do. You can get us on our website, SCNShapeandRose.com. There's a contact me button there. We'd be glad to hear it. We're gonna hit communities, villages. In fact, I hit Tuscola, Brian Moody, Chief Moody, the fire department down there. We hit him, and Brian may be the last Democrat left in Douglas County, but he had a great T-shirt on the 4th of July. It said, Britain blew a 13-colony lead. That's what his shirt said. So, it's just so much fun. And, of course, we were there to recognize the men and women who served in the Tuscola Fire Department and keep that community safe. So, it's just been a lot of fun, and we're going to keep doing it. We're going to do it for the next year.
I don't want to be a psychoanalyst, but to me, that would be my therapy, to go out and do good things versus bang my head in Springfield on their wall every day. I don't know how you do it. This is just so up in my, I can't believe Chapin Rose is still my senator, Republican, common sense guy, could run for governor, isn't, unless somebody wants to give $100 million. But I'm telling you what, Chapin, it's so frustrating to hear the stories, to see highest property taxes in the world is right here in Illinois. We got True Value just left the city of Chicago, among others. Mm-hmm. At some point, Brother Johnny says that I'll be the billionaire because they'll have to tax me because I'll be the last guy here. So that's it. Yeah. So that's how it's going to work.
Look, the great thing about it is, I don't want to get too political on this, because really the great thing about doing this America 250 is it's not political.
But that's the relief of it, and people love that, and you don't have to argue with anybody. It's just a good thing to do and to recognize. I love it.
Right. Although there are the three people on the Facebook comments like, "Really, buddy? You know what I mean? Come on!" Like one guy got on there cussed me out over stopping by Fisher and stopping by Fisher's 150th. It's are you serious right now? People can't.
No, you can't.
Just enjoy a day. Enjoy something that has nothing to do with Pritzker or Trump. We don't have to be mad at anybody. We can just enjoy and celebrate.
I love it. No, it's good. It's good. You get enough of the other stuff. So
yeah, we can talk about all that stuff a different day. But it is frustrating, Stevie. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, that's why this is what That's why I decided to do this, right? I mean, we need to remember how awesome. Look, the United States of America is the greatest country that's ever existed, period, right? Full stop. In the history of the earth, greatest country that's ever existed. And, we need to remember that. And we need to remember who, the men and women who have, first of all, sacrificed to make that possible, starting with our soldiers and those are, our first responders to protect us every day. But then, we need to step back and also remember the folks who make this such a great place to live. And it's our volunteers and our churches and everybody else that just adds a little something to, look what happened in Charleston 3 weeks ago.
Man, how bad is it? That was a big hit.
Are they coming out of it after that tornado?
Tornado was awful.
It's really bad. And honestly, I was down dealing with the insurance adjusters yesterday. At my own, I've got a property down there, but I got two properties down there with trees on them. But whatever, it is what it is. But the point of it is, the next morning, everybody's helping. Everybody dig out, and literally neighbors are clearing streets to, for neighbors, and younger folks are helping. Older folks who can't necessarily help as much as they used to be able to help. And it's just a wonderful story. And is it fun? No, nobody wants to deal with what's going on there.
Right.
But we also thank God that no one got killed, because when you're looking at 10, 12-foot diameter trees laying on people's houses, and it's every other house for about 5 miles by 3 miles has got a tree on it or in it. How nobody died is God's grace. So I just you just look at it and say, hey, could have been worse, and you move on. But it's not fun. But Charleston did what Charleston does, and what Galveston, Illinois does. People come together and they help each other out.
And that area, was it between Old Main and downtown? I used to, walk that when I was freshman or sophomore at EIU.
Yeah, Diana, it was. It's everything kind of north of Route 16, starting about 2 miles, mile and a half. Well, people don't know where the Charleston Country Club is, but you go out 16 and then go north through the Charleston Country Club to Old Route 316, which is where the county fairgrounds is, and then come straight east till you get out of town. It's about 5 miles by 2.5 or 3 miles in places, and it's just I've been through enough of these things over the years, and every one of them's different. But again, you go back, a couple of years ago, we had the one in Robinson that it wasn't as destructive, but 3 people died. I mean, we can't be upset about property loss when thankfully no one was injured in this storm, and that was just in Robinson. That same tornado in Robinson went on across the Indiana state line and killed more people in Indiana. So, they're tragic, but people persevere. I mean, it's just what this part of the world has always done and will always do, is come together in times of need. And that's, again, I'll just tell you flat out, this last 4th of July was, a couple of days ago, was literally the funnest I've had in years on the 4th.
That's great.
Mainly because I wasn't out hitting all these parades in all the heat, waving and throwing candy. Instead, I was out recognizing people for doing good.
No, that's
great.
And that's great.
It just, like the young man, the Mattoon fireman, he wasn't expecting that. I just grabs, hey, jump out for a minute, buddy. And turns out I went to high school with his mom. His mom's a Charleston High grad, and she was in my class.
When did you graduate Charleston High School?
92.
Wow.
90, yeah, I'm getting old I'm getting old, brother.
You were born in the 70s, man. I was working in the 70s. Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, Chapin Rose, good work. Love it. Let us know, if you have more updates on this. And again, how do people connect if they have an idea for somebody that should be recognized? And you're going to them, you're handing this beautiful state document, right? It looks fantastic.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get to as many personally as I can over the next year. I mean, again, just because I didn't get to you on the 4th, don't think I don't care. That this is going to be a years-long effort. I will probably end up having to mail a few, but I'm going to try to get as many persons as I can.
You know that what you're handing them, their kids are going to have to deal with it because they're going to keep them forever. It's just really cool because people really appreciate it.
And when you go to you go to my hope is you go to the fire hall, they'll put it up in the fire hall.
Right, that'd be great.
Community building, the senior center, they'll put it up in the senior center. When you go to the hospital, they'll put it up in the hospital. We're just going to hit. I mean, I've got a bunch of legions and armories, and sadly, some of those armories have now closed. I mean, Lawrenceville, we were happy to help convert that from a National Guard facility over to the city, and let the city then turn it into a community center. So, but we're going to go. When we do that for Lawrenceville, we're going to talk about the history of what Lawrenceville contributed to, the defense of our country through that armory. So it's just going to be a fun project, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah, at SCNChapinRose.com, there's a contact me button. Let me know if you've got suggestions. We're going to keep doing this for a while, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
You're good, man.
I've got a lot of ideas, and the Champaign County History Museum has been doing a great job spotlighting a lot of things with America's 250, and they were the grand marshals for our Champaign County Freedom Celebration Parade. In fact, the Declaration of Independence is being coordinated for the Reading Day tomorrow that happened back in 1776. So I might be hitting up that contact button myself, Chapin.
And Diane will give you several dozens, and you probably all deserving. Well, listen, you're a good man, Chapin Rose. Thanks for repping us. Thanks for doing such good things, and we appreciate the fight.
Hey, well, thank you to the men and women who've given to this country, and and look, again, these stories are just they're just so awesome, and there's no other way to say it. And we're going to keep highlighting them, and just kind of, I hope at the end of the day to kind of. I don't know if I'll get this done or not, but I'm hoping to put some of this down in a pen and paper and create a little compendium of all the cool things and awesome people the 51st Senate District contributed to America's history. So we'll see how that goes, but it's going to at least be video documented, that's for sure.
Sounds good.
No, it's good stuff. Let us know if we can do anything for you. Thanks for being on.
Thanks, guys.
All right, talk soon. That's Chapin Rose. Chapin Rose is a state senator. 51st sticker, 52nd district, something. One of those high numbers,
I just went to the website, but
7:48. We'll check meteorologist Greg Soyer's weather. Brought to you this morning by Carl.
Reminding you, they're always looking for good members of the team. If you're interested in health care, they're always looking for compassionate care and people to step up and opportunities for growth, too. Just visit carlhealth.org/careers.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign heavy rains materialized over the weekend. More organized rainfall later on this week. That might be the last of it, with a hotter and drier weather picture getting going early next week. Some patchy fog and haze around early on this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny up to 85 with a slight northeast wind. Fair tonight, 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high around 87. Winds will come around south and southwest at 5 to 10 miles per. Partly cloudy, 66 for tomorrow night. Increasing cloudiness for the day on Thursday. Warm, more humid with a couple of showers showers and thunderstorms breaking out late morning, more so for the afternoon. Highs up to about 88, and some showers, a couple of thunderstorms likely morning and afternoon on Friday. Cloudiest, humid weather with a high around 84. Lingering shower chance here for the day on Saturday, turning partly sunny, less humid with a high near 85, back up to 88 with sunshine on Sunday. Here comes some lower and middle 90s into the first half of next week. Higher humidity and muggy overnight lows as well. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
10 till 8 o'clock on this Tuesday, July 7. Dr. Todd Likens, Pet Pro, Madison, Kirby, and Champaign. Survived the 4th of July, sir? All the puppies in your house survive all that?
Everybody did well out here. They pretty much didn't react at all, which is great. So there were some neighbors were shooting off a little bit of fireworks, but didn't seem to faze them. So
that's awesome.
Makes me happy.
That is. That's good stuff. Well, it's we had such a 10-day streak there of really super dangerous hot. Can't even walk on the pavement. Little paws get hot. How do you know a dog might be dehydrated?
Yeah, this is a good one. We should have brought this up before. There's especially when you think your dog's sick. One of the first things I always look for, or if you think they've been out too long, one of the first signs you're going to see is there'll be a change in their skin tension. And so if you grab both cats and dogs, the skin over the rib cage, just get a pinch and you pick it up as far as it'll go, and then you let go, and you want to do it now while they're good and hydrated and feeling good. You'll see it immediately snaps back down. So the first sign of dehydration occurs at 5%, and that's when you let go of the skin. At that point, it kind of creeps down. It's not just that instant snap. There's definitely a noticeable change in speed. Now, that's the point where you probably want to be contacting your vet to check out what's going on, because if they're withdrawn and not feeling good, what's the reason for that? Is it diabetes? Is it kidney issues? Is it just old age? There's all sorts of different reasons for it. But we don't want to get to that point where if you look at their eyeballs at 10% dehydration, their eyes sink back into their head, so the eyes look more withdrawn back in. At that point, you're seriously talking about IV fluids and a lot more expense and a lot more problems heading off issues.
But how do you get a dog to drink?
Well, you just put it in front of them. If they don't drink, then that's another reason to call the vet.
Right.
If they're dehydrated like that. Now, in old age dogs that have got chronic renal failure, they're going to be 5% dehydrated all the time, because the kidney, being a priority organ, says, "Hey, skin, send me your water. I need it to get rid of this toxic waste." And so the skin does that, and so perpetually they're going to have that little tinting in their skin. But again, it's a measure of how much fluid they need. And tricks you can do, there's little soupy things they sell that encourage them to drink. It looks like a good soup to me. And they drink that, but it's also got stuff in there to help them retain fluids, change the osmotic pressures. But anyway, with your vets, and I'm more than willing to help people with that if they need advice. We had somebody already called today for over-the-counter allergy medicine dosing. Sure, I got a chart. You can try that stuff before you go see your vet, too. You just got to do it right and know when it's not working and bring them in.
Hey, I got something from the Illinois State Veterinary Medical Association. I presume I might even be ahead of you on this one, but I read it and I'm going to ask Todd about this. The Illinois State Veterinary Medical Association encouraging pet owners to learn the facts about New World screwworm. What the heck?
Oh, I haven't backed this up yet. Yeah.
It's a fly. It's like a type of fly whose larvae feed on the living tissue of warm-blooded animals.
Correct. That was never really a problem, and I don't expect it to be a problem in Illinois, but it could be nowadays. From when I was a kid, we had it a lot of it in the southern states, where the larvae just eat the living tissue.
Yeah.
And so the U.S. was able to eradicate it in our country, and now it's creeping back in across from Mexico. And there's been a report of a dog now that brought it across the border. into I think it was a southern state where it was at too. But locally, I don't think it's going to be a problem. But again, if you've been south, it's something, and you just got to, I don't know how to tell you. You won't notice it till you see an open sore in your dog.
Yep.
And
That's exactly right.
It'll be gross.
Yeah.
It'll be gross.
Ugh.
And so this is, again, exactly what you said is exactly what they're saying. Probably not, but you probably ought to at least be aware.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, just be aware. I mean, anytime you get an open sore, you want to look at it. I mean, even around here, an older guy that, has got a poopy butt, which is why I encourage people to wipe their tushes with baby wipes when they get older. That fecal material back there will attract flies, and flies will lay eggs there, and the larva will, again, burrow into an older, weak animal. I've seen that before, too. So maggots are not a pretty thing.
Amazing to me, if a dog poops, count to 5, there'll be flies on it. Where'd they come from? Where they have, like, traveling fly clubs? How do they know the poops? I don't get it.
Exactly. I decided Farmer City flies are more aggressive than our Muhammad flies were. So they're biting Gene and I a lot harder out here.
Really?
Too, so.
Dang, man. That's what happens when you move to the wild frontier, baby. You're on your own.
Out in the country.
Now, I'm going to have to tame these flies out here. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I will.
Well, we'll have to play the theme to Green Acres or something for you, being out there. Listen, appreciate it.
Yeah, we will watch the Petticoat Junction this week to give us a little more feel for our life.
Classic Petticoat Junction was awesome. There's Uncle Joe, who's moving kind of slow at the junction. Petticoat Junction. Listen, how can people get hold of you?
Hey, Miss Taylor's got a migraine today, so we're a little slow on our answering stuff today. But text us, 217-355-5051. We'll get you. Just that or leave a message, and we'll get back with you.
All right, Todd. Appreciate it, bud.
All right, see you guys.
Thank you. Todd Likens, Pet Pro, Madison Kirby, Champaign.
You can always reach us when you text us at 359-2255, and love hearing from people.
Yep. Also, our Stever today, it is a program Stevie J, hand you some money. I'm giving you out $50 bills to eat at the Long Branch Steakhouse in Gifford if you'd like to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Might not cover the whole deal, but go have a steak for half price, probably.
That's right. 310 South Main Street in downtown Gifford.
Easy to get there. It's just off to the east of Rantoul. And go past Gordyville, go into downtown Gifford, and enjoy. They're open this week. They've got an event tomorrow night, so don't go tomorrow. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 to 9. Next week, it'll be open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 to 9. Go get that ribeye with the mashed potatoes. Oh, yeah. Just go to GoStever.com, and you can take advantage of $50 bill. You get an email tonight if you're one of our winners, and good luck to you. All right, we'll be back. I got a little Ringo Starr to play.
Sounds good.
He's 86.
Double header heard on ESPN 93.5. Milwaukee taking on the Cardinals.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
This is Amanda with Cast Iron Pub. There's always something happening in downtown Tuscola. If you're looking for delicious pub burgers, hand-cut steaks, wings, sandwiches, and chef-inspired specials you won't find anywhere else. Pair with 10 rotating draft beers or seasonal cocktails. Then stick around for Wednesday trivia, music bingo, and the Summer Sunday live music series. Great food, cold drinks, and an atmosphere you'll love. Make Cast Iron Pub your next destination in downtown Tuscola. You can find us online at castironpub.biz and Facebook at Cast Iron Pub.
Better banking is about more than just money. It's about people. Fisher National Bank is a locally owned community bank serving Champaign and Vermilion counties. They're your friends and neighbors who take a vested interest in the communities they serve. Last year alone, Fisher National offered over 750 hours of community service. By investing in the people they serve, Fisher National Bank shares in the success of a stronger community. Learn more at FisherNational.com, any of the branches, or Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people, member FDIC.
Here's a tip for your next flooring project. Bring your photos to the new showroom at Flooring Surfaces. Our dedicated team can design an incredible look using a showroom filled with the latest fashions and innovations in floor covering, colorful ceramic tiles, performance vinyls, large format porcelains, fine wool carpets. If you saw it on your phone, make it a reality at Flooring Surfaces. Just call 217-398-1990 to schedule your design consultation today.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
In Turkey, I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. President Trump is in Ankara for a two-day NATO summit. The alliance announces billions of dollars in multinational arms deals as the president keeps up the pressure for Europe to spend more on its own defense. And he's met with Turkey's President Erdogan today.
Right from the beginning, good chemistry. We've had a very special relationship. Turkey has become, under the president, a very powerful country militarily.
There's some downtime next and a social dinner with the other world leaders. A hearing resumes in 2 hours in Utah about whether there's enough evidence to try Tyler Robinson for the conservative activist Charlie Kirk's murder.
Former State Bureau of Investigations agent David Hull testified that as they looked into the murder of Charlie Kirk last September, they were reviewing footage of what they believed to be the suspect's vehicle when they found out someone was turning themselves in.
Yeah, did you, at that point in time, did you receive a name from Washington County?
Yes, we did.
And what was that name?
Tyler Robinson.
Earlier in the day, Officer Chris Bagley testified he suspected the shooting came from the top of a building on the Utah Valley University campus, and dispatch confirmed someone had been seen on the roof.
The individual stood up after the shooting and ran northeast on the top of the Losi building.
Kirk's widow Erica and his parents are attending the hearing this week. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Team USA's World Cup dreams are dashed with a 4-1 loss to Belgium in their round of 16 match in Seattle. Fox Sports commentator Tyler Terrence.
Every single player showed up and had their worst game of the tournament individually, and it looked like that collectively, and it was such a gut punch for what otherwise was a perfect tournament for the U.S.
2002 men's team was the last to make it this far before losing in the quarterfinals. Maine Senate candidate Graham Plattner is told to withdraw from the race by Senate leaders in the state's Democratic Party. He's accused of rape by a woman he was dating off and on 5 years ago. He denies it and says he'll take time off from the campaign for now. America's listening to Fox News. Point!
Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down.
Ace!
You're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Paris Appeals Court has shortened a ban on French far-right political leader Marine Le Pen's ban on holding office, and now she can run for president next year, but she'd have to campaign from home, monitored with an ankle bracelet, serving out the rest of her sentence. Le Pen and other members of her national party were convicted last year of misusing European Parliament funds. Hamas offers to hand over authority in Gaza.
Hamas says it's dissolving the body that's governed Gaza for nearly 2 decades, with senior members resigning, though some technical and professional personnel would remain to run the Palestinian enclave's day-to-day affairs. Hamas describing this decision as evidence of its commitment to Gaza's reconstruction after years of war, but it did not say whether it plans to disarm or hand over security to an international force. It has offered to hand hand over control of the Strip to a U.S.-backed Palestinian committee, the National Committee for the Administration of Gaza. President Trump's Board of Peace, which oversees that committee, says it'll assess the impact of the move based on actions, not promises. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
4 states are in court seeking more than $1 trillion in penalties from Facebook and Instagram parent company Meta.
Meta Platforms says California, Colorado, Kentucky, and New Jersey are seeking $1.4 trillion in penalties over claims that the company designed Facebook and Instagram to be addictive to children. The social media giant also says the states accuse Meta of withholding information from the public about the harms the apps pose to young users. An August trial is set in California over claims brought by the 4 states. Meta says the penalty the states are seeking is close to the company's market capitalization of around $1.5 trillion and that the amount is unsupported by the evidence. 29 states have sued Meta in federal court, most alleging violations of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. There are flash flood watches in New England, the Mid-Atlantic, and parts of the Appalachians today. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. City of Champaign says Windsor Road will see intermittent lane closures as crews continue pavement patching that began over the weekend. Work expected to last through midweek. Drivers should plan for minor delays there. The project is part of the city's summer roadway maintenance schedule. And as always, slow down. Be sure you watch for construction workers on those roadways. Well, Urbana's Market at the Square drew one of its largest crowds of the season Saturday as families visited during the holiday weekend. Vendors reported brisk sales of produce, baked goods, and crafts. City staff said attendance boosted by clear weather during the morning hours, but storms did move in later. Champaign Fire extinguished the garage fire Sunday on the city's north side. They say that fire contained within about 20 minutes, did not spread to the home. The good news, there were no injuries reported. Investigators believe the cause may be electrical, but the official determination is still pending. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, dog out near Philo. Diane saw him coming in. German Shepherd in the field.
That's right.
Whose German Shepherd is that, man?
And it's, we call it the Philo Slab. I'm not sure of the numbers on that road, but it's near kind of Race Street-ish where Race tees into the Philo Slab. And now Bill just took a picture of it out in a corn or a soybean field running around. It was kind of in the ditch, laying down and
beautiful
panting.
German Shepherd.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So Philo Watch has it posted in case you're missing your German Shepherd today. They are on it as far as people posting where this is. It looks like it's 673 Country Road, 1500 East.
You got a collar?
And it looks like it has a collar, yes, in this picture.
We grew up with a German Shepherd, Soya, and it was a fantastic dog. We've gone through the dogs, a lot of dogs in my life, but boy, I tell you what, the 2 we have now do not shed, and I don't miss that. Mm-hmm. Boy, dog hair can be just a lot.
Yes. Had a Golden and a couple of American Cockers, Jack Russell. Everybody kind of goes through that more or less cycle of coat and then shedding of it months out of the year.
Yeah. I had a Fox Red Lab that I was hauling around for the holiday, and it shed on my black seats in my van. And
nice.
This girl came up to me before I had the national anthem sung at the 5K, and she was like, "Do you have a pet?" And I was like, "Oh, why did you ask that?" And she's like, "I see hair all over your van." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I gotta get to a car."
Why don't you stretch, ma'am? Why don't you get ready to run here?
Yeah.
I mean, she was 8 years old, so.
Oh, okay. Still would have beat me.
Exactly.
Okay, whatever. I had that happen in 1983, but who remembers? Maybe it was 85.
What, an 8-year-old beat you?
So?
Sort of.
You had a problem with
yes,
that?
Greg.
It was a 1 mile fun
just
run.
Confirming.
And kids sprint on a 1 mile fun run, then they walk, and then they sprint.
That's right.
So anyway, the little boy came up and says, "I beat you in the 1 mile fun run. My dad has it on video."
Ain't you lucky with all these observations going on with your life?
Hey, that's great. Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, how do you react to that?
Here's $1.
Oh, that's great. I think I did exactly. Oh, that's great. I'm not competitive. It's fine.
Man.
No, I just said.
It's like 40 years ago. You're a little upset still.
Yeah. No.
A little salty still.
Yeah.
I just laughed and said, "That's great." I go, I wasn't trying.
Right.
No,
but it's so funny, the kids.
Well,
they
I also
just have
remember
no filter.
the mini triathlon we did, Champaign Park District, and getting passed on a banana bike by an 8-year-old was bad too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's where you swim, run, and bike.
Yes. In fact, that event is coming up. They're doing something like that, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, are you wet then when you're biking?
Yeah.
Is that the last
you
thing?
get out of the pool and you're wet biking.
Yeah, but you dry off in the wind and the bike breeze,
So
so.
do you swim, Greg?
Just kind of puddle. Yeah, I know how to swim, but I'm not a swimmer per se.
Well, Janet didn't stay with me on this because she's like an Olympic swimmer, and I'm a dog paddler, and so it was kind of humiliating to take so long in my pool. But then I got on the bike and. Little kid passed me on a banana bike, the high handlebars. He was going really fast.
Never had one of those bikes.
Hey, slow down.
The CU Triathlon, Sunday, July 19th.
It's not real far.
Right.
It's really cool.
They do a kind of a 400-yard swim, a 10-mile bike ride, and a 5K.
Yeah, that's about right. Mm-hmm. Took me a long time. But I got done.
I beat the pack in the bike ride. Everyone else, I'm dead last. Close to it.
That's cool.
You blow through everybody in those beautiful outfit you got on your bike out there, baby.
The man, they're fluorescent, man. You got to be seen.
That's right.
That's right. Greg Sollier, our meteorologist, with our weather forecast this morning. Sir, it looks good today. What's looking for the rest of the week here?
Yeah, much needed dry time where we had maybe an excess of these 2 and 3 inch rains on top of wetter grounds and soils. Nice to have the sun out, the humidity down a few knocks. Not completely drier Canadian air mass, and we're going to move the warm ridge, the hot dome, the capped atmosphere, whatever you want to properly or improperly call it, from the plains back into parts of the western through southern Corn Belt will be on its eastern flank. So maybe a trend towards some hotter weather. We'll keep an eye on thunderstorm prospects as well into next week, but definite, typical mid-July setup around here. A couple of thunderstorms and some heat and humidity going forward, and an organized rain before we get into that for the end part of the week. If you happen to be missed out on recent rains, I don't think anybody has across the area. 72 at Willard and Savoy, 71 Danville, and up at the Kankakee, 74 at St. Louis, or 70 at the Brickyard, and about 70 by the time you hit Bloomington, Normal, and Peoria. Heading towards a partly sunny and 85-degree high today. Some of this still low-level moisture will form up some cumuliform clouds as the day wears on. Fair weather clouds, but northeast wind will stay light. We'll bottom out at 65 for tonight. Sunshine tomorrow at 87, and increasing clouds, increasing humidity. A warm Thursday, a shower in spots late morning, late afternoon. They open up that half century of, not the half century, but historic farm days at Penfield, Illinois, Thursday through the weekend. And there may be a shower on Thursday, a couple of showers as well Friday, with high temperatures into the upper 80s on Thursday, 84 Friday, and 85 on Saturday, with diminishing and small rainfall chances. No rain Sunday and into early next week, and the heat builds back in at 88 Sunday, heading north of 90 Monday and Tuesday of next week. For Stephen A. Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
It's just hard to believe that Ringo Starr's coming up on 90. 90. He's 86, but that's coming up on 90.
Right.
I mean, I'm not sure the age of Ringo versus Paul and John and George.
Paul's 84, and Paul was at Taylor and Travis's wedding.
He just still
have that star-studded viewing at Taylor and Travis's
he
wedding.
has to have. That can't be his hair.
I mean, think of how much money he has.
Well, I'm just saying, but that's not natural, right? I mean, you can get stuff done.
I know that.
But
I'm sure someone in that upper tier, an A-lister or whatever, is going to get stuff done. And
this is Ringo Starr's Don't Come Easy. Back in the 70s, he had a song. Anyway, he's 86 today.
86
Ringo
today.
Starr, but it's, you can get, we've talked about this a lot. You can get anything you want done. And that's, if you have the money and you want to do it. The only thing I think, and it's totally me and my opinion, doesn't mean I'm right or wrong or anything. It just, and nobody really knows when they're trying to enhance something, make something better. It can't show. If it shows, then it's, I feel badly for the person because, yeah.
You can tell you had something done.
Yeah, and again, that's fine if that's what you want to do, but there's sometimes they don't work out very well, and you can't really cover that up, and yet it looks like and we've all had ththoughts of, Chase, if somebody wanted to come put that bowl on my head and plant, my hair in the top of my head.
Right.
If they're free, I'd probably do it.
Right.
But why?
And then
why would I do that?
What if it's not so much?
Well, that system works. You just have to put $10,000-$20,000 down, and I'm not interested in that for free. I will, but you go in. They take, if you have good plants on the side of your head, they can plant on the top, and it works.
See.
It's a process. It looks like a hair dryer, and they used to do it at Christie. I know. I don't know if they still do it anymore. Anyway, there's things you can chase, but maybe you just ought to go for a walk and live with what you got.
Mm-hmm.
But try and improve what you have.
Sure.
And try and feel better. And it's it's
Ringo's looking good.
Yeah, it's great. It's amazing that the guy, he was at State Farm 2 years ago.
Right.
He's playing a concert.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want to say I can play a concert if I'm 84? That'd be amazing.
Right.
I think that's the mindset you need, that you can keep going.
George passed away in 2001.
Yeah, he had cancer, didn't he?
I think so.
He had a house in Southern Illinois. There's a famous house that he lived in for a while. But anyway, time for sports. 8:15, ESPN 93.5. Soccer's over.
Yes, it is.
The FIFA is officially over.
Belgium won 4-1 over USA yesterday. And I feel like they were just on it. I don't know whether it was because of the red card controversy or whatever.
People, they love to blame Trump for stuff, and that they'll blame him for something here. But the bottom line is
vitriol towards Trump for, even making the call. Why is he interfering with sports and what?
He asked him to review a bad call. It was a bad call. So, the bottom line is it's over. We didn't play very well, and Belgium is real good. So maybe they could win it all. They're in the final 8 now. We're not. And I don't care. So whatever Fox has on, probably the 40 million or whatever number of watch. You need to look up overnight Nielsen's and you get a minute.
Okay.
Overnight Nielsen's on the soccer. There were people thinking there'd be 50 million. That's half of the Super Bowl, which is ridiculously high. And now there'll be 2, 3, 4 million because I'm done.
Okay.
I don't care about your silly game. I loved it last night till
the estimated
you lost.
25 million tuned in to Fox.
Pretty good.
Yes.
Can you imagine Fox thinking they're going to get 25 million? What they do is they charge a number, and then based on ratings, they come back and either give you money back or charge you more based on the ratings. So they got a lot more than they expected. I guarantee it. Because nobody thought America would get to the 16.
They thought the Bosnia-Herzegovina match
Herzegovina?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They're done. We're done. Doesn't matter anymore.
Viewers on that. 35 million.
Yeah. No, it was exciting and stunning to me how much people went to spend and to attend.
66,925 capacity crowd at the sold-out Seattle Stadium yesterday.
I still can't see that ever becoming something. It's kind of like 1980 Lake Placid. I never watched hockey in my life, but I was enjoying that. It's just if your team, America, and you're winning, you shouldn't win, it's Cinderella, all that, that's a cool story. But boy, oh boy, we just didn't look like we were in the same league as Belgium last night.
Well, it says World Cup ratings will now suffer. It doesn't have to be the last soccer game you watch for the next 4 years.
It will be for me.
Is the plea right now to those in the FIFA organization
I don't care. I don't.
We're glad to make it as far as we did.
Yeah,
when you look at the history.
Are you interested in Illinois in any basketball at all if we lose in March? No.
That's right.
I don't want to participate in your silly brackets.
Exactly.
Now, last year was great.
Yes, it was.
Everybody loves Illinois.
Let's go, Illinois. We
love basketball.
For sure. So, Milwaukee over St. Louis yesterday. That final was 4-3. I was just looking at, where we're standing. Milwaukee is at 56-33 on the top of the Central.
Milwaukee is good.
And then Cubs at 50-44 at
Cubs
number
are
2.
7-8. Cardinals are 8.5 out.
Right.
Cubs are like 7.
And
or
St.
7,
Louis
6.5.
Cardinals are 47-41 on the season. So they're
way better than expected. Mm-hmm. Way better.
Well, we have a doubleheader today, 1:15 and 6:15 here on ESPN 93.5. Cubs got a series starting up against Baltimore with a 5:35 start. Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox with a 6:40 start.
We got to schedule that guy that I told you about that ran the 250-mile race. Yeah, it was a race. It was. His name is Mark.
How do you do that?
It's a fascinating. I was just peppering him with questions. He's never been on the radio. And he said his girlfriend is grittier than he is, which is like, really? You guys ran 5 days without sleep?
Right. Rachel Entricken won in 2026 the Concordia 250.
250. All right, we'll talk about it. And your knee-jerk's going to be, well, you know what? That's crazy. You're stupid. I wouldn't diss them. Just an amazing accomplishment.
Right.
The question is why?
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Much needed dry time for the next couple of days, especially where heavy rains materialized over the weekend. More organized rainfall later on this week. That might be the last of it, with a hotter and drier weather picture getting going early next week. Some patchy fog and haze around early on this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny up to 85 with a slight northeast wind. Fair tonight, 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high around 87. Winds will come around south and southwest at 5 to 10 miles per. Partly cloudy, 66 for tomorrow night. Increasing cloudiness for the day on Thursday. Warm, more humid with a couple of showers, thunderstorms breaking out late morning, more so for the afternoon. Highs up to about 88. And some showers, a couple of thunderstorms likely morning and afternoon on Friday. Cloudiness, humid weather with a high around 84. Lingering shower chance here for the day on Saturday. Turning partly sunny, less humid with a high up near 85. Back up to 88 with sunshine on Sunday. Here comes some lower and middle 90s into the first half of next week. Higher humidity and muggy overnight lows as well. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgan.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Toyota will be making Tacoma trucks in the U.S. at its San Antonio plant, where it currently assembles larger pickups and SUVs. The Tacoma trucks are currently produced at 2 factories in Mexico. John Murphy from Murphy Automotive Partners says the move will help Toyota avoid a stiff tariff bill in its largest market. Jet fuel prices are down 40% from the peak back in April, but analysts tell the Wall Street Journal they expect airfares to remain near current levels. Demand is holding up. Walmart says it's cutting prices on thousands of items. Ground beef prices are being cut 12%. The price of a 24-pack of Coca-Cola will be reduced by a third to under $10. And Walmart says it also will cut prices on thousands of household products. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
You're probably listening to this in your car, so let me ask you. Would you drive without insurance? Of course not. So why is your retirement portfolio unprotected? Gold is portfolio insurance. It helps de-risk your savings when markets get unpredictable. Noble Gold Investments has helped thousands of Americans do exactly that, with no high-pressure sales and thousands of 5-star reviews. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult with your tax or financial professional before making any investment decisions.
Toilet won't flush and the tub gurgles? That's usually the main sewer. Land's Drain Cleaning can clear the line and use a camera when needed to confirm what caused it. Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC. MSTC and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
Well, it's not surprising. Graham Plattner, that's the guy that's trying to get to be the senator from Maine and beat Susan Collins. Well, the news came out about a woman within the last 5 years who said she did not consent. And she said, I complied because I wanted to not get really, really hurt. So, not consensual rape allegations. Looks like he's going to get out. So they're going to have to, they have till the 13th of July, that's just Monday, to pick somebody else. Now, he hasn't said it, but everybody's reading the tea leaves saying Graham Plattner's done. Too much.
He denies that, of course.
Well, sure. He said it was consensual.
Heavily intoxicated nearly 5 years ago, and they were in a casual dating relationship.
Well, apparently he also entered her home without permission.
Huh.
Well, that's just, how many there's do you have to have? Finally, the Democratic institution, although I haven't heard Bernie Sanders is back down, but this guy has, the best way I can describe this man is he's just troubled. I mean, he's just so many things that Maine wants that guy as a senator. So who knows? That former governor suspended her campaign but didn't get out. So she's probably Janet Mills, I think is her name. And I think that she's probably odds on to be their pick, but who knows? But I don't think this guy, it's not shocking based on everything that had come out, but this one, the woman did an interview, said, I can't stay silent anymore. Mm-hmm. And it's, it doesn't look like he's going to be senator from Maine. Susan Collins, by the way, in the latest Fox poll anyway, had a 2 or 3 point lead on him after being down 8. And she's been down in that state before. So to come out of Maine as a moderate Republican at best, she's a Republican, but, very moderate, if not little to the left. Maybe a little. She's just a moderate. Well, you have to be in Maine. You don't win that state. So anyway, that's a developing story in the political world. The whole Tyler Robinson, the guy that allegedly shot Charlie Kirk.
Oh, yeah.
Erica Kirk was in the courtroom.
I know.
Had to leave before they played the video, not to everybody, to the lawyers and to the judge only. The judge flinched when he saw that. I mean, I don't need to see it. I accidentally saw it online once, and I don't want to see it. I know what happened. And then the way he texted his romantic interest, saying, I have an opportunity to take out Charlie Cook, and hate is non-negotiable, some crazy verbiage. And so there's a lot of evidence, and they just need to, they're not going to expedite. The judge has been super careful to get to the pretrial stage. So it's just, just a horrific event, and taking out a unbelievable talent, more evangelical than political, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so that started in Utah.
September 10th was the assassination of Kirk at Utah Valley University.
I just made Jason Chaffetz, who's been on the program before. I just remember watching him on Fox. He was there, and he could barely talk. And he was kind of the guy that was there, and what'd you see, and what's happening. They didn't know he was dead. But the way he was just barely able to speak because he was crying. And you say, this isn't good. The president came out and said, pray for Charlie Kirk. Mm-hmm. Apparently it was an instantaneous.
Right
in the neck. So anyway, so we'll see. And if the man is found guilty, I don't know if the death penalty is off the table or not. I think in Utah you can do death penalty. And I think Monsignor Mark Meridian said, you don't get joyful over Osama bin Laden dying necessarily. You don't do joy, but you are pleased that justice was served.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I think, how we all would feel is you want justice to be served.
It says prosecutors plan to seek the death penalty of the 23-year-old man.
Yep. Anyway, it's and you're not supposed to leap to judgment and all that, but there is a lot of text evidence and I think footprints and where he
There was an apparent sniper pad on the rooftop.
Yeah. And then there's, marks as he got down. So we'll see what shows up in court. And you try and presume innocence, but stuff like this is kind of hard when you have a lot of evidence that you know about, and we don't know about most of it. So they'll continue that. That's a big story in the country as well. All right, coming up at 8:28. Be right back. Another segment to go. 217-359-2255 is our Fisher National Bank text line. You can always try and get a $50 bill to go eat at Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford. Just go to gostever.com. You might win $50 to go eat. And believe me, you're going to like a steak there. If you like steak at all.
If this is your first time, you've got to tap into this.
I would do ribeye. Right now, I do ribeye, mashed potatoes, and have some mac and cheese on the side.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of your surveys that changed it. Janet put up a survey. You put that the macaroni was bland. I confirmed it, and I said, not very good. And Donnie just went nuts. And now the mac and cheese might be as good as anything he's got. Anyway, it's Long Branch Steakhouse, $50 bills for free. Go Stever.com, go Stever.com. The news is coming up. It is 8:28.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Looking for bold flavor and a good time just down the road? Head to Smoke and Shine Moonshine Bar and Grill on Route 45 in Tolono, where the food is slow smoked and the fun comes easy. Sink your teeth into tender brisket, juicy pulled pork, mouth-watering wings, and smash burgers done right. And don't miss what locals call the best patty melt around. Pair it all with one of their 28 flavors of moonshine. Happy hours from 3 to 5 and catch live music every Saturday night. For more updates and their full menu, like Smoke and Shine on Facebook. Hey golf cart shoppers, tired of the same old golf cart shopping experience? Come over to Midwest Carts in Tuscola, Illinois, where customers rave about unbeatable pricing, massive selection, and full service done right. As the largest Denago golf cart dealer in Illinois, they've got premium new models plus 20 to 30 quality used carts ready to roll at any time. And the best part? Free delivery on new carts anywhere in Illinois or Indiana. Midwest Carts, Tuscola, Illinois. Find them at mwcarts.com.
Looking for your new favorite hangout? Head to Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. They're open 7 days a week with daily food specials that keep things fresh and affordable. And Sundays? It's Sunday Fun Day from 1 to 4 with live entertainment that brings the party to life. Don't miss their massive 8,000 square foot patio, perfect for kicking back with friends. Feeling competitive? Jump into their sand volleyball leagues this spring and summer. Co-ed teams, great vibes, and even better memories. Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. Great food, live music, and fun all week long.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Trump in talks with Turkish President Erdogan, who's hosting the NATO summit, on the balance of power in the Middle East, NATO and Russia's Ukraine war. Ukraine tipping the balance there with drone strikes, hitting Russian oil plants 200 times, knocking out 40% of Russia's refining, says President Zelensky.
Ukrainian drones broke through Russia's defenses and struck a Russian oil refinery in Siberia. And this is not an exception. It's the new reality.
President Trump says both sides want to end it. Maine Senate Democrat candidate Graham Plattner being urged to drop out 1 week to the deadline after new credible allegations from a former girlfriend that he raped her. Democrat Ro Khanna pulling his endorsement. Senators Gillibrand and Chuck Schumer pulling his campaign cash. America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, Champaign police investigating a Saturday night shooting that left a man injured near the intersection of Bradley Avenue and Elm Street. They say that victim taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. So far, no arrests have been made, and detectives are reviewing nearby security footage. Anyone with info, contact local police. Champaign County Sheriff's Office reporting a higher than usual number of noise complaints from Friday through Sunday as fireworks continued across the county. They say most calls were resolved without citations, but they're reminding residents fireworks use restricted after the holiday weekend. No major injuries or fires were reported. Strong storms late Saturday caused some scattered power outages across Champaign County. Ameren, Illinois crews restored most service by Sunday morning, but a few rural customers remain offline into the afternoon. Officials say downed limbs were a primary cause and urge residents to report any remaining hazards. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Nice weather. Couple of days of high pressure and control with seasonal temperatures. Organized rainfall later on into the weekend. Early on into the weekend, it'll be winding on down. And heat and humidity expected to build back in across the area first half of next week. Some patchy fog and haze around this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny. Seasonal highs to around 85 on a gentle northeasterly wind. For tonight, fair at 65. Light northeast to east wind. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. Up to 87 in the afternoon as winds come around into the the south and southwest. Partly cloudy, 66 for tomorrow night. And every warm or humid Thursday with increasing clouds. A couple of showers breaking out late morning, more so over the afternoon. Maybe a thunderstorm, the high at 88. A couple of rounds of better coverage showers and thunderstorms Friday with a high near about 84. Turning less humid, partly sunny, a stray shower chance Saturday. Lots of dry hours. Highs up to 85. Sunshine and warmth at 88 for the day Sunday. Here come lower and some middle 90s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Well, this whole teen thing going on in America, including Champaign-Urbana,
where they just kind of gather and there's a whole bunch of them, and it could become unruly.
Raleigh, North Carolina, over the weekend, 10,000 teens stormed the city, 9 shot.
Oh, no.
400 arrested, something like that. They're talking about a curfew.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Right. Teen takeover.
You just say, listen, you can't be out past 10 if you're 17 or under, right? Can't do much about the 18-year-olds, I suppose. But 17 and under is a minor. You can say, we got a curfew. What's wrong with that? Why wouldn't you?
Right.
At this point, with these things just getting out of hand, or just turn off their internet, that'd do it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't write an invitation anymore, put it in the mail. That probably won't go very fast, right?
The old-fashioned days
of
mail.
How would you go to the phone that was wired to your wall and call to see if Becky's home? And then they want to know who you are.
So what are you doing at a teen takeover? Is someone
you just
bringing out some speakers and you're doing...
They're getting hold of guns. Some have guns. Otherwise, they're just, then somebody else, and somebody's not going to take that because you just embarrassed me. You dissed me in front of my friends, so here we go. And usually they start with fights.
Says there's 9 people that were hurt, but not life-threatening injuries.
9 shot. So that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
It
says 2 bystanders were injured. One struck by gunfire while another was hit by shattered glass during the shooting. At least 24 of the people between ages 18 and 24 were arrested in connection with this Glenwood South takeover. Individuals are now facing, there's over 40 charges, including simple affray, resisting a public officer, carrying a concealed weapon, and failing to disperse on command.
You police can't do much about 10,000 kids together.
Right.
I mean, what are you going to do? New York City has 34,000 police officers, so you're going to send 12 over there?
Right.
I don't know. Leaked Taylor Swift wedding invite triggers NDA non-disclosure fears among stunned fans. Have you seen anything on this?
I have not. Just, what I'm hearing is, Austin, the brother, was the best woman instead of the maid of honor.
Yeah.
And things like that. And how she was singing her vows, and Travis's vows were
so people
so
can
moving.
Tell you what happened. They just can't show you what happened.
Maybe.
Okay, because you don't have a phone. Nobody had a phone.
At the 100 people rehearsal dinner on Thursday the 2nd, they handed out monogrammed hankies to everybody.
Okay.
So realizing that Travis's vows are going to be very moving and you might need to use your hanky.
What were these?
I think that's a good idea.
So how would that work?
What do you mean?
You wrote them. You're going to share that I'm going to make people cry? Travis Kelce?
I don't know.
Would they have writers for this? No.
I mean, they could.
I'm sure
if you had $20 million to spend on your wedding.
No, but would you? But now think of the authenticity. You don't want anybody writing your vows.
You could.
That would be weird.
Stick your main points into.
Bobby, where's my script? Didn't you write that? You're supposed to make it sad. Come on, man.
You need to improve this paragraph. It doesn't sound good enough.
And sad because Prince Harry apparently and King Charles not going well. They might refuse a visit.
He's going back because there's this veterans thing that he does over in Great Britain.
He said he'd stay at Buckingham Palace, not the private residence, but apparently that's not even going to go.
Right.
You have to get a hotel.
And Meghan and the kids aren't coming. So
I don't know. It's a sad thing.
Right.
It's a very public family not getting along. Well, and the things he said too were just unnecessary.
I know.
Wrote a book, tried to sell a book, all that stuff, and I don't know. So those are some of the headlines going around. The president is at NATO. So is John Decker, who will join us Thursday from I think Ankara, Turkey. Why are we saying Turkey? I thought it was Turkey.
Turkey.
Turkey. Yeah, yippee-yi-yay. No, but I haven't heard national people. Have you?
That's true.
I think it's too confusing.
But the people...
Formerly Turkey, yippee-yi-yo.
In 2022, they tried the rebrand of it because they didn't want to be like the bird.
Well, you should have talked to the Indian people because they got Bombay changed to
Turkey.
Mumbai is now Bombay in India. So
I
whatever
see.
they did, it seemed to work better than Turkey, yay.
Okay.
Turkey, yay.
Exactly.
All right. So, the president is there. John Decker will be at the press conference tomorrow trying to get a question in. Chances are very high that he will. And we'll see what they're talking about, trying to figure out, what's NATO. NATO is a band of countries trying to support each other in case. Well, when we were trying to do what we're doing in Iran, everybody turned us down in Europe. Thanks, partner. Thank you. Wink, wink, way to go.
Right.
I mean, Italy turned us down. What the heck? That's why the Italian prime minister and Donald Trump don't get along anymore. They were buddies. So that's not gone very well. Back to the Charlie Kirk assassination. The judge recoiled, actually flinched when he saw it. So apparently he had not seen anything. That's hard to believe. That's out in Utah for that whole trial. And the money got pulled. That's why you got to think that Graham Plattner is not going to make it for the senatorial race in Maine. It'll be interesting who the Maine Democrats put up in no campaign. I'm sure the money will be there, but that was one of the big ones that Democrats really hope for if they want to swing the Senate, power of the Senate, they need to pick up 4 seats. And it's not easy to do.
A World Cup comment. We are definitely supposed to make it to the round of 16. We are the number 16 team in the world.
We are?
So thanks for
didn't
that,
know that.
Boswell. I didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
I thought from what I was reading, everybody was, so thrilled that we had made it that far.
I
But
think a lot of
maybe
people feel like I
kind
do.
of on the fringe. So
I'm all in until we lost, and now I'm not because I don't care. And that's just how I get. Same for the NCAA basketball tournament. Same way. Football playoffs, I haven't really experienced that yet. We'll see as far as really being involved. If Illinois ever makes a playoff, that would be pretty cool in football. And I think we will. I don't know what. I think they're going to expand the field. I think they're 12. I think they're talking about 16, then 24 kind of thing. So you get to that point. It's just the NCAA. If you want to remain a Division I basketball coach, you just kind of have to make that. You have to be a top 8 team in your conference or something. And that's kind of the ante now because, there's so many opportunities to get in there. You got to be a top 70 team, right? Anyway, it ain't easy, particularly now with NIL and fundraising on that front. And I'm stunned by the size of the scoreboard at Memorial Stadium. Absolutely stunned. I can't imagine what Top Gun would look like on that puppy.
I know it. Or get this, Stevie, my latest brainstorming idea during the 4th of July. Let's play Independence Day on there. With Will Smith on Independence Day. It'll be on a Sunday next year on the 4th of July, 2027.
There you go.
I really need to not do stuff, though. I'm trying to unplug and not get so involved in all this 4th of July
I
stuff.
don't think that's happening because I can just envision at some point people will say, well, isn't she 80? Is she still doing? That's right. That's good. We need volunteers like Diane Ducey.
I am passionate about a good patriotic party, and I was so glad everything went off as well as it did.
And you're holding up pretty well, frankly.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
You too.
I did about 400 less things than you did. But we appreciate the community. Appreciates you, Diane.
And here's another. And Derek's saying they were favored to beat Belgium, by the way.
No.
I didn't think so either.
Derek, we were favored to beat Belgium?
Okay.
That's news. I thought we were totally not supposed to beat Belgium. I don't know. I mean, you can tell me, whatever, and I'll believe you because I don't know much soccer. I know I coached soccer. I was brilliant because I brought great snacks. And the kids didn't really know anything about anything anyway.
Artistic soccer.
You betcha. Let's go. I brought the really expensive juicy boxes. They love that. Go. 843.
Fighting Illini football family flex plans are on sale now. Get 3 games bundled under one plan, including home opponents UAB or SIU, Oregon, and Nebraska or Iowa. After selling out season tickets 2 years in a row and the most wins in back-to-back seasons, the Illini are gearing up for an even bigger 2026. Lock in your tickets to the biggest games of the year under one affordable bundle, the Family Flex Plan, at fightingillini.com.
Everyone knows when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Crime doesn't pay, but we do. Champaign County Crime Stoppers offers huge cash rewards to concerned citizens just like you, who provide anonymous tips that help law enforcement make arrests and keep crime out of our communities. Tips are 100% anonymous, and we pay cash rewards of up to $5,000. Have a tip? Call 217-373-TIPS or visit ChampaignCountyCrimeStoppers.org. Crime doesn't pay, but helping us solve one certainly does.
Now, that's what happens when you get gambling. You start thinking, did anybody do something because somebody had $1 million bet on Belgium?
Right.
I mean, it's a natural thought, particularly if you bet on stuff.
Oh, man.
And the NCAA's already caught several people, not only football but basketball, rigging things because somebody owed somebody too much money and it's that important. And yeah, you're susceptible to all that. You have to look at, the thought's not going to go away that something weird happened. But I just hadn't seen anybody take our ball the way Belgium did last night. So easily, I've only watched 2 or 3 games. So again, very little knowledge. Trying to figure out, there's a wall where you have a free kick, and they had put a guy lying behind the wall on the ground with his head down. You say, why is that guy on the ground? Well, if the wall jumps, there's a gap. So you don't want them to be able to kick under the wall, so you put another human body behind them so it doesn't go past under their feet. Yeah. And some of these athletes, oh my gosh, how many calories could you consume a day if you're a soccer player starting in the World Cup? Can't you have like 5,000 calories a day?
I would think.
You're running all the time.
Yeah.
And then you're running.
Even their warm-ups. I would be pooped out. I was watching them get ready. I had never seen the start of a game like that.
No, they just listen.
They were all in the middle of that giant circle in the middle, and I was like, are they going to jump all? What are they doing?
That's been the biggest question for Americans. What's that mean?
Exactly.
We have no clue.
I know.
And the rest of the world going, it's football. And we go, no, it's not. It's soccer. No, it's football. No, it's not. It's soccer. Yeah, we're the only ones that call it soccer. Okay, quick sports headlines. ESPN 93.5. Cardinals lose to Milwaukee, who's one of the best teams in baseball this year, no question. They're really good.
I was just trying to look up some of the odds on Belgium winning and USA and looking at the betting because, some people are chiming in that we were supposed to beat Belgium.
Well, I think the
on
betting...
our text line, 359-2255.
The betting public might have bet on America. Doesn't mean we were favored to win.
USA are the minus 122 favorites to advance with Belgium at plus 100.
Okay, that means we were favored. Now, it doesn't mean we were better. What it means is people thought we were going to win. It's only... All that's calculated on what the public feels. It's not calculated on reality.
Right.
Belgium looked like a better soccer team to me. But again, I have no credibility. I have no idea.
But thanks for chiming in. We appreciate you listening to the show with your input. Milwaukee over St. Louis 4-3. And now they'll have a doubleheader today with a 1:15, 6:15 start. Cubs will start up a series against Baltimore with a 5:35 start, and the Chicago White Sox will be facing the Boston Red Sox. We'll have an Illini night on Friday down in St. Louis at Busch Stadium. It's always fun in Ford Plaza if you want to get some autographs from some of our Illini football players that are from the St. Louis area, like Brandon Henderson, Nick Hankins, and Jacob Eberhardt. They'll be there in that hat redemption stand if you got the special ticket to get that cool Illini hat.
It's upstairs, I think, way high.
And Carson,
above the escalators to find that.
Carson Boyd is the St. Louis player who's in the lineup of being a quarterback for Illini night that will get first pitch duty on Friday. So go Illini.
He'll probably look good, athletic and all that. 8:48.
Orange and Blue fans know the value of preparation, teamwork, and showing up when it matters most. Just like Fred's Plumbing and Heating. For 47 years, this family-owned team has delivered dependable plumbing plumbing and HVAC installation, maintenance, and repairs throughout our community. They even offer service agreements with zero monthly cost, because protecting your home shouldn't break the budget. When you need service you can count on, choose the team that's been winning for nearly 5 decades. Trust the orange and blue of Fred's Plumbing and Heating.
Everything is so expensive. Our bills are piling up. We have our summer trip coming up. How are we going to pay for everything?
Bad news, honey. The garage freezer is water leaking.
Oh no. We just bought all that meat for next week's cookout.
Can we afford a new freezer right now?
Why buy new when you can fix the one you have?
Who are you?
Honey, it's Paul Rican from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Repairing your existing appliance is a great way to save money now if the stress of high bills has you down.
How soon can you come out?
Today or next day.
That's fast. But what if the repair ends up being more expensive than we thought?
We'll give you a $50 coupon off a brand new appliance.
So either way we win?
I like that.
Call Dick Van Dyke Appliance World or schedule service at appliance-world.com and schedule your win-win today.
Wow!
Stand behind what we sell, we offer so much more. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Flooring Surfaces is ready for your next renovation. We stock football fields for the flooring in our Champaign warehouse. Porcelain tile with large formats, dozens of options, all in stock, along with Cushion Tech waterproof vinyl, and deals on closeout backsplash tile. And don't forget about premium thin sets, performance grouts, tools, trowels, and adhesives. Flooring Surfaces is your local supplier for all kinds of in-stock flooring. See us today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
When sewer or septic trouble hits, visit Berg Sewer and Septic. Family owned and proudly serving Central Illinois, Berg specializes in sewer repair, septic service, water line repairs, sump pumps, and drainage solutions. They don't upsell, they solve the problem right the first time. From backups to breakdowns, count on Central Illinois' most trusted septic service. Berg Sewer and Septic. Dependable, honest, local. Get a second opinion you can trust. Visit bergtanksinc.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Much needed dry time for the next couple of days, especially where heavy rains materialized over the weekend. More organized rainfall later on this week. That might be the last of it, with a hotter and drier weather picture getting going early next week. Some patchy fog and haze around early on this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny up to 85 with a slight northeast wind. Fair tonight, 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high around 87. Winds will come around south and southwest at 5 to 10 miles per. Partly cloudy, 66 for tomorrow night. Increasing cloudiness for the day on Thursday. Warm, more humid with a couple of showers, thunderstorms breaking out late morning, more so for the afternoon. Highs up to about 88, and some showers, a couple of thunderstorms likely morning and afternoon on Friday. Cloudiness, humid weather with a high around 84. Lingering shower chance here for the day on Saturday, turning partly sunny, less humid with a high near 85, back up to 88 with sunshine on Sunday. Here comes some lower and middle 90s into the first half of next week. Higher humidity and buggy overnight lows as well. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Tim Onstad. All right, so what you got going? A dedicated diesel.
Dedicated diesel, the safety lane is open, and we are doing safety lane tests, and the safety lane is open and going. We're open for semi repairs and maintenance services on semis and trucks and trailers. And just call Dedicated Diesel for any of your needs like that. 217-328-0562.
Awesome. What about Gale Ferrix Trucking?
Well, special thanks to Gale Ferrix Trucking. All the people are going to, we're going real good. We've got customers are just overwhelming us with freight. Could always use a couple of drivers that want to make a good wage and be home on weekends.
Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Tim Onstad. Yelp Ferrick Trucking and Dedicated Diesel, Pitmaster Extraordinaire.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne.
What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. All righty. That'll do her. We have baseball pretty much the rest of the day, the afternoon game, then they clear the stadium and do it again for tonight. Milwaukee, got to get one of those today. Ooh, you're going to fall off the end of the world if you don't beat Milwaukee a little bit in this 5-game series. All right, Diane, thank you.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Meet you tomorrow. Brother Johnny and Ed Martin highlight the program tomorrow. Thank you. Have a great Tuesday.
Hey, it's Jeremy with Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. With our Land's Comfort Family Plan, we'll visit twice a year to keep your HVAC and plumbing systems in top shape. You'll have peace of mind knowing your home is ready for the season ahead. Call Lance today at 217-355-5512 and ask about joining our comfort family. We service all makes and models, and Lance will keep your home comfortable all year long. Visit us anytime at landsinc.com, and remember, it's hard to stop a train.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Craving something delicious and a place to kick back? Hit the road to Roadrunner Station in Camargo. They're serving up handmade wood-fired pizzas that are bursting with flavor in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Bring the whole crew, enjoy the bar, check out the gaming room, and make a night of it. And you've got to try their specialty pizzas, like the fully loaded Everything But the Tractor, or the sweet and savory Hawaiian Hitchhiker. Great pizza, great vibes, and great times at Roadrunner Station in Camargo.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Your roof is your home's best protection for the elements outside. And that's why Owens Corning Roofing is designed and tested for superior performance. Kramer is a platinum preferred contractor hand-selected by Owens Corning. So start today and get 10% off the best roofing from the best roofing professionals.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
We're talking with Riley Kachaturian, realtor with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group. Do you envision being friends with the people that you close houses with? I mean, does that keep going?
Oh, absolutely. I love getting to check back in with them a couple weeks after, a couple months after, a year later. It's a really cool part that we get to stay with them and be a resource for them, but also to get to be a friend.
All right, as a real estate agent, it's kind of a 24/7. You're thinking about stuff. You got to make this call. You got to check on these questions, and that's okay?
Yeah, I think it's a job that really is kind of a lifestyle. People are trusting you with something really big, and so you want to be available, be ready when they have a question or they're freaking out about something. I want to be the person they text so I can reassure them or provide information.
Riley, how can people reach you?
They can find me online at rkachaturian.coldwellhomes.com or via phone 217-552-5055.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.